We are live.
And we're back. Yeah. This is Solutions. I'm here with my co-host, James. I am Barry Murphy, and we are back with another episode. And we want to welcome you guys on to this great topic that we started off last week. We want to go ahead and get back into where we stopped on the last video that we just created. We're finally on StreamYard, so we got some good news for you guys. We are finally on StreamYard. We won't have anybody jumping on and making outlandish comments and stuff while we're doing the show. At least not in our studio. But we appreciate everybody's feedback. We enjoyed that. But yeah, we trying to keep the etiquettes of the show to a minimum. So we're trying to make sure that we keep control of the show. But with that being said, last week,
I guess try to be political. I said at the same time try to be politically correct.
That part.
Without allowing our feelings to, I guess, prove the real meaning of what it is. What it is. So because each person has been different. Person is a different individual. So I guess or I guess we could touch on the personal aspect, but I guess try to keep more towards the facts.
Yeah, and stay on topic. We don't want to get too far away from what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, y'all. We got a lot of content, plenty of content. So yeah, we don't have to go off into something else. That's not to say that if we are talking about one thing that in the show that we may not get something else to bring on like next week, but we do want to keep talking about submission because it's a really touchy subject. It's very hard for some people to do, and a lot of people make excuses, and a lot of men feel like it's one-sided. So we want to make sure that we stay on this topic because last week we shared some great things. I don't want to recap, but we shared a lot of good stuff about ways to become submissive, the misunderstanding of submission. And today we want to get off into how do we start being submissive? How do we go from doing things our way and actually allowing somebody the ability to gain our trust so that we can lead them as men and we can follow them as men and we can lead them as women and women can lead us.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get real good today. It's going to get real good, man. Right on. It's gonna get real good, man. So I want to jump into that for those that's watching. I want to talk about how do women feel about leading in certain positions when it comes to romance. And let me give a few examples to kind of gauge where I want this to go. When you're in a relationship, and I think I mentioned this last week when you're cohabitating, which means that you've spent enough time together to where you can live with that person. There are some things that you're strong at, and there are some things that you're weak at as a man. And so, a lot of us, James, we go around saying, I'm the man of the house, I'm the man, I'm the man. I make final decisions, this and that. Okay, but some things we're not good at. And our significant other is better at than we are.
That right there is a level of maturity. And
no doubt.
I keep saying maturity even last week. But maturity played part in the way that it behaves and even acts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if we're not mentally mature enough to take care of some, or even some role as, let me see, as a head or that leadership role, and we're gonna have that child.
You chopping up, James?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Say it again.
Yeah, it seems like I'm still echoing though.
Oh, okay. I hear you now though.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'm gonna have to change my mic situation up.
I hear you now though. You loud and clear. Loud and clear. But yeah, what was you saying?
I was trying to figure out why I'm coming in. I'm sorry, Miss Gretchen. My options are limited, right? Not at my computer.
But
But I hope everybody bear with.
Oh yeah, yeah. You good.
But maturity plays a huge that we act as visual. I don't think I'm using more than.
Oh, you on two different phones?
Let me see one thing.
Hey guys, bear with us. I said we're gonna have some technical difficulties.
Can you hear me now?
This episode.
No, it's still echoing.
I heard you. I heard you. Yeah, I don't hear.
Yeah, but I'm
echoing
though.
I don't hear it on this end.
Oh, okay. I hear it on my end. But yeah, it's just you as a man, you want to be the boss. What? How they saying? You gotta pay the cost.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a cost, and I ain't talking about monetary either.
I can't disagree. I really want to go back to that. I guess I would say it's placement in the relationship. Because when you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you know that okay, my lady need to handle this, or my wife need to handle this. That's not my strong point. In my relationship. And when I said a woman leading, that's what I was referring to. Is some things that they're better at than we are. And when you talk about submission, a lot of men will sabotage their relationship because they won't allow their woman to do what she's good at, because they just want to hold that role. Oh, I'm the man. Okay, well, you still the man. But I think I mentioned this last week too. Guys, we got to realize whatever it takes to live with a woman, make it happen. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you're weak in an area. Now, if that woman doesn't want to, presume that position, you better start reading. You better get you some help, and you better get good in that area. And I gotta say this, I would say, especially when it comes to finance, because you have to be able to manage your finances, because ultimately everything still falls on you. At the end of the day, I used to say this years ago. At the end of the day, I don't care how much a woman, quote unquote, runs the house. if the police came to your house, or if someone of importance came to your house, they're gonna ask for the man first. So they're not gonna ask for the woman, they're gonna ask for the man. So fellas, you better get yourself in a position, if you are with a woman that doesn't want to take on a responsibility that she feels is up to you.
So with that being said, have a
Excuse me.
comment. The head has be humble enough to accept they don't know everything. We as women,
Exactly.
there as a compliment. So as men, we have to humble ourselves, prideful, the point to where that have to be in charge, hands in every single thing. Because just like you said, it's not just some things, it's a lot of things that, and as men, we're not perfect. We don't know everything. So when you get with a woman, you get with her a helpmate. You take on a helper, right?
Right.
So it's her role to be there to help you, but you have to also listen to her opinion, and she has to say too, consideration
Yes.
that she actually has. And so like when it comes down, women running the house. To a degree, women do run the house. As women make
They
sure
do.
that the house is together, the house is clean, food is cooked, the children are together, things are put in its proper place. As you know, both parties may work and earn finances within the house, but is that woman that special care of the house, or that the house is together? Because you come home, you gonna want something to eat. You don't want your kids dirty. You don't want your house dirty. Somebody comes to the house, you don't want to be embarrassed to the point to where that you can't say, "Hey, not today. Don't come over." So women have arch role to the operation, daily operation, a household.
Yeah. And I'll even say this, something I learned the hard way, when I was married. The saying is true: a happy wife, a happy life. Because I mean, even what you just mentioned, uh, we can cook. It's a lot of men that can cook. It's a lot of men can wash their clothes and do all that. Clean up and all that. But a woman knits in the house. And James, you correct me if I'm wrong, because you still married. But a woman knits in the house, y'all. She makes that house a home. And when you messing that up, when you messing that knitting up of her, you don't get them meals. you don't get them clothes washed when you want them to be washed. She still gonna wash them because she gotta wash her clothes too. But she might let you go a couple of days trying to figure out, well, I got no more socks. Where my boxes at? so you fellas, you want to, like somebody said, that was a great comment. You want to be humble enough to know what you're good at and what you're not good at, and admit it in your relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you less than a man. It doesn't mean that you're not the man of your house. Actually, that's a man knowing how to delegate. And that comes with maturity, because you got to know, everything is not for you to do. You're not by yourself. So why are you trying to do everything and you're cohabitating? I'm keeping things in perspective. You cohabitating in the same house. Why are you trying to do everything? And then watch this, y'all. You don't want your woman to feel like she don't feel like she's in the relationship with you, because you trying to take control of every situation, or anytime y'all have a decision to make, you got to have the last word. And then now y'all arguing because she don't see it that way. Sometimes, we are our own worst enemy. We cut our nose off to spite our face. And so, submission is not just for the woman. That's a form of submission. A man admitting that he's not good at something. I need some help. Now watch this. In what sense do it make for you to be in a relationship with the woman and you go ask another woman for some advice to help you with something that you're not good at when you got a woman? That don't make no sense. So go ahead, bro.
Man, look here. I was gonna say too. I was gonna expound on a comment that you made about submission, because when we hear, we tend to hear more so pertaining to women submitting to the man. And just like you said, men we submit to, and actually more ways when it comes to, as okay, you said about the advice part. When it comes to a woman, another woman outside for advice on that you may have problems with the person that you actually, and that works on both ways. Men asking another woman asking another man.
Yeah,
a lot of that has to do with trust. Do I trust you enough to you with the problems? Do I trust you enough with my emotion? Do I trust you enough this situation?
Yeah.
So trust is one of those things. So easy to lose. So hard, right? So we have to earn the trust of the individual that we're actually with.
Yeah.
So if I come to you, that means I have trust in you. I'm giving myself to you. But if I don't, I don't have no trust in you.
Right.
So because I don't have any trust in you, I can't lean on you. I can't give myself to you.
Agree. But there is a but.
Go ahead.
Why? And it's not to you, it's to the listeners. Why would a man even be? Well, fellas, why would you even be with a woman? Let me say this. Why would you be even staying with the woman if you can't trust her? You can't trust the woman. Why you even put yourself in a position psychologically to be in an uncomfortable situation, sharing the same space with somebody, and you can't trust them? If you can't submit to what we're talking about, to you being inadequate with a lot of things, why even take a chance on staying with that woman? You might need to reconsider. And don't stay, this is to both men and women, don't stay in the situation longer than you're supposed to. If you know it's not working out, get out of it. And it don't have to end up, in a bad way. It doesn't have to end up in a negative way. That's also maturity too, y'all, to know when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to let them go. You can come to a woman and talk to her. Women, you can come to a man and talk to him and say, hey, I think we need to talk. This is not working out for me, and I think maybe we should just be friends. Other than allowing you guys to start to attack each other and beat up on each other, whether that's physical or mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, it's best for y'all to go ahead and call it quits while everything is still, on the positive in a positive mindset. You know, sometimes we stay in situations way longer than we need to when it comes to romance. Hey, and let me throw this out here for y'all that's watching, because I can't see who watching, and that James controlling all that, but I know no children are watching. So even if the sex is good, if it ain't working out in other areas, that's gonna only last for so long. You're gonna get tired of that, you know. You're gonna get tired of, well, when it comes to that, we good. But when it comes to us making plans and paying bills and, you know, sharing responsibilities, everything is haywire. Well, you need to get out of that situation and learn to be an adult. As adults, we have to make some hard decisions. But that's a part of being an adult. You got to make those decisions. And it's no worse feeling than you ruining someone for the next person because you stayed with them longer than you were supposed to. You might not be ready to submit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, say that. I don't want to do that. You know, I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't feel like that's something I want to do. Well,
so when it comes to you have to, just like you said, you might not be ready.
Yeah. I mean,
so a lot of times individual situations, lust, right? I enjoy being with you physically. I enjoy being in your company, but not knowing what it really takes to actually be with that individual.
Right.
In order to keep that person happy on all fronts, keep all cylinders firing, right? And you might know, but she might know, or she might know, and you might not know. Or you know, so you know, you have different situations where people jump in. You might feel like you're pressured. I don't know. Everybody's situation.
Yeah.
But as far as submitting, we all have to a form or passion in a relationship, whether it be man or woman, because it's the only to actually have the relationship work, right?
Yeah.
Because I guess you can even relate submission to compromise, and I know how you feel about the word compromise, but to compromise isn't compromise who you are as an individual or change the very essence of who you are. The compromise means the willingness thing that someone else that you may not particular time.
Yeah.
Because the other person happy. So you don't want to selfish and just think about yourself all the time and what it is that you want to do.
Right. Because again, like I said, you're not by yourself. You're not single. You're gonna be single. You'll get out the relationship. It's simple, man. I mean, look, because I'm gonna share something personal with the viewers. Right now in my life, I say all the time. I tell them all the time, you know, and maybe I should change up the way I say it because I think I still give women the wrong perception. But I'll tell them that you know, anything is possible, but it's not a guarantee. You know, I could be with anybody. I could be in a relationship, but I know I'm not ready for that. You know, especially somebody I just met. You know what I'm saying? If I just met you, I'm not about to get no relationship with you because I don't know you enough. You know, you may say something wrong, and I'm turned off. I'm not even interested anymore. So I'm gonna take the time to get to know that person to see if we have enough in common to move forward. If not, I'm not gonna play no games with you. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. And you know, I'm mistaken because you know Man, I've had women tell, why you just won't let me, take care of you or help you out? Well, because a lot of things are circumstantial in the relationship. I'm doing something for her that she likes, so she feels compelled to do something for me. Okay, well, I don't want to be in a circumstantial relationship. When you feel happy with me, you do for me. When you don't, now you're not doing nothing. Or if you are, it's slim to nothing. So you see, and this is my reasons, y'all, for not rushing into a relationship romantically, because you got to get to know that person. And sometimes, that varies because it depends on the person. It depends on the nature of y'all conversation, and what y'all have shared or what y'all haven't shared. And if you're with the person that can accept your flaws and your weaknesses and still say, okay, I still want to move forward. Okay, well, you might want to hold on to that person a little bit longer. But if you share some stuff with a person and be like, oh, you know what? You gave me too much information. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, that's a person that is telling you in an indirect way they don't want to deal with your shit. That's just what it is. So, and again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because a person don't want to put up with what you got going on. But, I think we said this last week, James, it may have even been one of our guests, our viewers, when they were saying that, oh man, what did they say? Somebody said that, I think it was, I want to say it was Nia. But she was talking about how we don't communicate enough. I think it was Nia. Nia was saying that, we don't do enough communicating. We move forward and we think because everything is great, we don't have to talk about certain things. Oh, I don't have to talk about that, I don't have to talk about this. And let's be honest, y'all, most of us at our ages, 35 and up, we got kids. We got responsibility. You need to talk. You need to communicate. Because some people got some badass kids. And some people got kids that's doing things. Some people got kids that's playing sports, going through things, puberty, they're maturing, they're growing up, they got attitudes, and you might not want to deal with that, So it's good to communicate with a person. A person might have a certain way that they used to coming home in the evening, and you might not like it. They might take their shoes off. You might not want to take your shoes off. And again, I'm talking about people that's either looking to live together and or already living together and or married. You'll be surprised what some married people have issues with their spouse. Like, you'd be surprised. And these people have been together for years, and they'll tell their homeboys or they'll tell their homegirls, what's really going on and what they don't like. But then they'll go home in front and act like everything is cool. But you know what's funny about that? Your emotions have a weird way of showing what you really feel. You might say one thing out your mouth, but your actions show something different. And so a person can still feel what you're not responding to. They can still feel that. They can still feel, oh, well, I know you said this, but you showed me that. And you like, I don't know if anybody's ever been here, but I have. You try to convince them that, no, everything is cool. It's good. I'm good. They know you lying. They know you lying. James, I think you muted, man.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay.
I'm muted. No, my
there you
bad.
Go.
I was going to comment on that because women got like a sixth sense, a sixth, seven,
you better say it,
sense, man. When it comes to things like that, because I remember it was a point in my relationship where I would, and I know I was messing up. Damn, I was messing up bad.
Yeah.
And I would just look at her. She'd be like, what you looking at me for? Like, I had no reason, man. I just can't look at you. She was like, it's a certain way you looking at me. And I just went on looking at you. I'm just looking at you. Whole time, man. I'm messing up. And like in the back of our head, deep down in the gut, she's mad. Look, she already knew.
Lying. No.
I'm past that now, but
I feel.
I'm past that now, but
Yeah. I feel. I'll even give one of our viewers a chance to answer this. I feel like the reason why women have that extra sense is because once you've had intercourse with a woman, they connect with you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna say yeah.
And they're emotionally attached to you, and that's just what I feel. I could be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but because men, we have a tendency that we catch that later on. We catch that emotion later on. We don't really get it,
when it's
the first. Yeah, we don't really get it the first couple of years we with a woman. We kind of get it, that 3 and 4 and 5 year mark. Then you can kind of really, start to really understand your woman.
Yeah. Hey, we have a guest. I would like to bring on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he messed around and got old.
Oh man. Well, I want.
Hold on. There you go. I want to introduce y'all Aaron with Agnil Cinema. So I would like to bring him on.
Okay.
Time in a little bit with us. So I'm about to bring him on. Young man.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening, sir? You doing all right?
Hey, yeah, what's up, brother?
Hey, I'm just chiming in when I'm still at work, so I'm trying to get in where I fit in.
Go ahead and get in, man.
Absolutely.
So today's topic is mission in the men and women.
Okay. James, you feed back.
Yeah, you got a
bad
echo on your side.
You better be glad I can't mute you. Hey, James controlling the back office, y'all.
Hey, go into your mic and cam setting and then check echo cancellation.
Yeah, but why James saying that? What's your name, Aaron? Okay. The topic is we're talking about submission in romantic relationships and in marriage.
Right on. Okay.
And so I don't know what you was gonna add to it, man. But James said he wanted to bring you on. But we was just covering how we stay in relationships a lot of times longer than we're supposed to, and we don't communicate effectively in a positive way. It's not working, and then we lose out on breaking up in a good way because we didn't know how to communicate. We allow feelings and emotions to get involved, and then now you start tearing each other down, and now you done ruin the person. So this is what we was talking about, how a lot of times me and James was saying it's like women have a sixth sense. They can sense when we lying and we tell them one thing, but we actually mean something else. They feeling something. And I just said, I was hoping one of the ladies responded, but I said that I feel that women have that extra sense that he was saying they have, because emotionally after intercourse, they get attached. They get attached to us, and so they start learning things about us, our mannerisms, how your nose twitch when you said, yeah, I'm okay. Your eyebrow move. The women pay attention to little details. You know what I'm saying? Cause they nitpicky. Sometimes it's a good thing, but they nitpicky. but yeah, that's where we ended up, man. So
they
kind
can
of try
tell
to bring
when
you
your
up to
energy
speed.
is off.
Yeah,
by a millimeter.
Yeah, man.
Or what you call idiosyncrasies.
Yes, yes.
And that's a good thing on their part, because that's how they complement the arrangement or the relationship.
Yeah.
Their senses are so attuned and so acute, and that's how they navigate and protect themselves in situations. If you're having a conversation with a woman, it's going to be completely different than the three of us having a conversation. When women get together, they always talk about how they feel, as opposed to when men are talking to each other. We talk about what we think and what we know.
Right. Emotion. Yeah, they go off
because
emotion.
we're more logical based.
Right.
They're more emotionally based, and that's what they're attuned with. Yeah.
That's good. That's good, Aaron. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Because a woman said in a New York second, this how I feel.
Absolutely.
Or I don't think you cared about how I feel.
Hey, we have a comment.
What we got, James?
From Miss Haygood.
What Miss Haygood?
She says, God gives us intuition. What is going on with we subject ourselves to. Have it as girlfriends, wives, others, if and a curse.
See why she couldn't jump on here, man. I just asked one of the ladies to come on. Because I could be wrong.
She's right. She's right about that though. It's a gift and a curse. It's something that's innately embellished onto a woman. It's called an intrinsic value.
Yeah.
And that's what they bring to the table. But if they haven't spent the time and did the work to hone that gift and to sharpen that tool, it can send them on the wrong path. We're supposed to send them on the right path to keep them on the right path. Because that's when they start looking like paranoid and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Like they'll be picking up on certain things, but they won't even know what the F it is. They just know that something is off.
Something's not right.
Different.
Something not right.
They think that it's wrong.
Yeah, something.
And
that's something not right.
Crazy, but they're picking up on things that we're not worried about. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried. Women are more in tune to what's going on now. Men are looking at the future. And you can tell
you can say that again.
with dealing with the kids. I know in my personal situation, I'll be getting on to my boys because I have two sons. I'm looking at what they're doing now and how that's going to affect them in the future and what kind of men they're going to continue to grow into. And my wife is looking at the right now. Well, they're just, at that time they were like 5 and 6 years old. You should take it easy on them and this and that. And she's right. There could have been a better way for me to do it. But I know that the longer it takes for them to correct course, the harder it is for them to grow out of that. Whatever, I guess, like little quirks you have, if you continue to grow with it, that's who you're going to become in the future. So she's more worried about the mentality, the mind frame, the mental health as of now. And I'm worried about them 10, 20 years from now, And that's the counterbalance of the roles, you know what I mean?
So that right there being said, would you say that she brings a balance to you as well as you bring a balance to her? Because men and women, we have two different objectives, two different points of views. So when we come together, we have to actually come together in enjoying, both individuals thinking, emotion, on to everything in order to the greater goal. Now it's up to you to determine what your greater goal is. But dealing with family aspect and dealing with kids, it takes a check and a balance both parties, because sometimes one party can be too hard or one can or
that's that balance. One could just be absent. Yeah, that's that balance.
Yeah. So even in a relationship, it's a balance to be had. Miss Gretchen, some things are for the now, some things are for the future. Fortunately, we are able to do both as women. That's Miss Gretchen.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
A lot of men are for the now, and I am invested in the future. So Miss Gretchen,
she's just the opposite.
Look, do you want to get on, Miss Gretchen? Let me know.
Yeah, she's just the opposite of Aaron.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, I feel like
there are. Oh, what's that? Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and she brings up a good point because there are outliers in the situation. There are anecdotal situations where it'll be flip flop like that, you know.
Hold on, Aaron. Look here, say, man. Look, all of us didn't go to Harvard, brother. Say, man, we got some listeners that
Look, man.
we got some listeners that don't know what that means. Say, man. Hey, man. Gotta help us out, bro. Keep it simple, stupid out here, man. Come on. Boy, you dropping some words, boy. You dropping the words.
Man, hold up. That boy want me to take it back to Mitchell Elementary. All right.
Yeah, man. Come on, now.
Tier 201.
Hey, you kind of got me with a couple of them.
I don't forgot my thought now, man. Golly. I don't forgot my thought now.
Oh, come on, man. No, you was talking about Miss Gretchen, what she said about she has a balance. She knows the future and she prepares for the present.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So like you'll have the situations where it'll be reversed, or people have the ability to fulfill both roles. A lot of times you'll see that in a situation where the need is for that man or that woman to be able to do both. You know what I'm saying? Where they can multitask and they can switch that or flip that switch in their mind. Where okay, I know I'm super preparing or overly preparing for the future, but I can't forget about what's going on now. You know?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier, and it's probably better or more productive to have those roles split and assigned to different people or to different parties in the relationship, because like how they were saying, you have women who are more intuitive, where they can look at the same situation that a man is looking at, and a man is more looking at the surface. That's what we're akin to. You know, it goes back to the hunter-gatherer situation of the past. We're more about, okay, this is what I see. This is how I need to process it. This is what I need to do in this situation to protect, to provide, and to make assessment and
provision.
Judgment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A woman's job is to nurture. It's to fulfill and to support. You know, at least traditionally. And because of what's been going on in society, whether it be single family household or whether it just be people who are on their own, they are finding out that they have to fulfill or create more roles for themselves just to survive. And,
I wanted to touch on that, man. Simply because I feel that we've lost that care for the next person, when it comes to romance, because we've been geared in society to do things on our own, and a lot of people have been doing things on their own so long, they've got out of tune with getting in touch with someone else. So when it comes to working together, it's like, hey, look here. I'm quick to jump out because I don't got to be here. I ain't got to take this. I ain't got to talk to nobody. I can talk to myself. And I ain't gonna argue with myself.
So with that right there being said, Miss Gretchen, she took the words right out of my mouth. She took the words. It says, "Don't forget to say feminine, not feminist." Right? So women are feminine, right? But in today's society, it promotes feminine, right? Where that
feminism,
anything, what is that? How does that saying go from the commercial? Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah.
So today's society promotes for women to be on the same playing field as a woman, to where that I'm a woman, I can do everything a man can do. I can act just like a man. I can be a man. But then at the end of the day, I still want to be treated as a woman. I still want to be treated feminine. But at the same time, I want to be hard. So
You
a
know what I
man
call
can't
that,
be a
James?
woman and a woman can't be a man. We have to. We all have our own roles. So as a man and as you know, so as a man, we have certain roles. As a woman,
Yeah.
we have certain roles. But just like Aaron said, is that we have certain situations to where that we're forced to take on both roles. And one of those situations can be single parent household, where you can have a woman where the father is absent, whether he's off doing his own thing in jail, no longer with us, whatever the situation may be. She's
Yeah.
forced to take on both roles. The head of her household, or vice versa with
Yeah.
a man. If you know
I think you're breaking up, James.
say it again.
I think you're breaking. I said I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what's right now.
You have a bad echo
But
on
I'm
your
sorry.
side.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But even with man, where that he might have kids and he has to take on their role as the dad and whatever else roles that would have been there for someone helpmate.
Yeah.
And then we also have to realize as men, a lot of times we force women into certain situations, especially the role of headship in a relationship. Because we have some sorry males, not men. We have sorry males out there that don't want to do crap besides lay up and lay up with a woman, lay on his butt, scratch his butt, play PlayStation, and eat Cheetos all day.
They want the
But
benefits.
and while the woman goes to work,
What'd you say, Aaron?
I said they want the benefits of headship, but they don't want the responsibility.
exactly. I want to be a man, but I don't want to be a man. Pretty much.
You don't want to fulfill the man's duties.
Bro, you don't want to fulfill the man's responsibilities, because that's your role as a man, to be the head of your household. It's your role.
But watch this, Jay. Watch this though. Your duty. See, a role is something that can be filled, right? Like an acting, you can fill that role. But watch this, you can stop playing that role. But when you understand as a man that it's your duty, it becomes a servitude. You see what I'm saying? It becomes something that you do without. It's not a role anymore. You see what I'm saying? It becomes who you are. You see what I'm saying? Like this is what you like. Listen, you made some points last week, and I commend you when you was talking about you and your wife. You was like, my wife don't worry about if she got food in the pantry. My wife don't worry about if the light's gonna be on. Like, that's your duty. Like, you gonna do that even if you wasn't married, because you understand your duty as a man. So taking on a wife, she just can come right in there. You see what I'm saying? It just flows. But when it's your role, a male like that gets into it with the woman because he don't understand. You see what I'm saying?
It's
why you doing this? Right? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Why you? Because she's a woman, and and she understands her duty and her responsibility. It goes without being said. She's gonna do it regardless to what you do.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part that goes into play with, is a woman capable of being submissive? Because I know we like to get on tangents, but I think I remember he was telling me that it's about submission or whatever, and you just hit the nail on the head. Does everybody understand their role and understand the position for submission to be able to take place properly, right?
Yes.
Hold on. So before you finish, let me read this comment correction because it's going to tie into exactly what you just said, and it came at the right moment. So Ms. Gretchen says, it's when you understand family and tradition that you understand need men can't exist without them. And hold on, you need women.
Let me see if I can
Women
see.
need men and can't exist without them. But
Yeah,
you,
family and tradition that you understand what you need.
but
women
go
need
ahead.
men.
So go ahead and finish with that thought in mind.
Yeah. So basically, it comes down to understanding your roles, having the right mental attitude, or having the right mental acuity to be able to process what those roles entail. Because um, basically, when you're talking about submission, you're talking about a contract, right? You're talking about a situation of compromise, and there's different forms of compromise. For the woman's role, that's what compromise looks like. It's the role of submission. A lot of men will say that men submit to, or a lot of people will say men submit to. That's not actually true. I mean, there are men who submit, but that's not our position in the relationship to submit. Compromise for us look different. It comes in the form of provision. It comes in the form of accommodation. So when a woman submits, it looks totally different than when a man compromises. We're doing something for the greater good of the family or for the person that we love because of the fact that we're considering their feelings. It's a consideration. A woman submits out of role, out of duty, because I have to fulfill this role because they have the family first in their mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's a spirit of humility, saying because I love this person and I trust this man. Because remember, a woman is not going to submit to just any old guy. Wisely, she's not going to submit to just any man who says, I'm the man, I take this role, and this is who I am, and you're supposed to listen to me. She's gonna look at you like, nigga, what?
Oh, watch the N word. Watch the N word.
My bad. I thought it was just those fellas talking for a second.
No, we live, brother. We on the show.
Yes. But she gonna look at you like, what qualifies you to take control of this situation? You know.
So with that being said, as a man, so in the beginning you posed the question, you know, is a woman ready to submit to a man? But with that comment, it leads to a second question. As a man, are you in a position to be submitted to?
You have to gain that trust, man. You have to.
That's good. That's good.
You have to earn that position. It's something that's continually earned. You know what I'm saying? You can't just okay. Let's take it to a primal state, right?
Okay.
When you're in the jungle, and if we're all lions, your position is always going to be tested, correct? Just because you become the alpha and you have a pride of lioness and you hold that position, you're always going to have somebody else or something else trying to knock you off of that pride rock.
You better talk.
A lot of men will think, oh, because I did this, I've done enough.
Yeah.
You haven't done enough until you're in the grave, bro. You know what I'm saying? Our position as a man, we have to continue to hold and earn that title. You know
well, Aaron, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm a bit too old school. Because my grandfather had a big hand in raising me, and as a man now, like I was saying a little while ago, and I'm not disagreeing with you, I just want to add to what you said, but it's just my nature, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just my nature to be a man. So I don't feel the need to prove my manhood. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I don't need anybody to tell me what I need to do. you know, and I've seen this firsthand though. There are a lot of damaged people, man, you know, and it's sad to say that when it comes to what you just said, even as the type of man that I am, it almost feels like I have to do that now. Like I have to prove, you know, that I'm not going to do. And I don't want to contradict myself, because I said before that I don't feel that we should do that to each other. You know what I'm saying? I have said that before. I don't feel like a woman needs to make up for what some other woman did to you, and some man don't need to make up for what another man did to you. But when the person has been hurt over and over and over again, you know, it almost feels that way. Like, you know, I need this person to show me that I'm not going to be hurt again. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not going to have to deal with this foolishness from you. I know y'all not the same, but I just want to protect myself. And it's sad, man, because that's really, like, that's all we got that's out here now. I'm not gonna lie, I envy James. I'm like, look here, man. I envy married people, like married people that's making it and doing it. Like, I know, you know, everybody had differences because I've been married before, but I'm like, God dang, man, like, man, look here.
So let me say this right here real quick before we get too far past what you said. As far as showing yourself or proving yourself as a man, right? Is that to a degree, men and women both have to prove ourselves, right? To whoever we're with, unless it's my first relationship and your first relationship, and now we getting together.
Right.
So if that's not the case, we have to understand that we all come from different relationships and different backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
So now, so now, whenever somebody get with me or I get with someone else, we're both coming from a different relationship and different experiences, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, is that I have to prove to you that I'm not like your last person. You have to prove to me that you're not my last person. So essentially, it's about trust, like building that trust and making each other feel safe within that relationship.
Yeah.
I see you shaking your head, bro. What's up?
I cannot agree with that, bro. That is a very toxic situation.
Yes, it is.
And what you said is absolutely the reality of what a lot of us find ourselves in. Because
right. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
But real quick though, he married.
But
he don't deal with this, man.
He married too, though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why he can relate, James, and you can't.
That's the purpose for this show, is because look, it's a different aspect, right? It's not the fact that I can or cannot relate. I have to also take it into content other people's frame of thinking, right? So if I just focus on what I feel and what I think, it's not a good show. It's no purpose of us being here, right?
Oh, well, you right. That's what
so we have to we have to discuss all dynamics. Some people have to say some things.
Hey, man,
in order to get certain questions answered.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna keep it comical too, though, man.
So touch base on what you were saying.
It allows the debate to go back and forth, and for saying like, hey man, I don't agree with that. Okay, why don't you agree with it?
Yeah.
To touch base on what you were saying though, that is the reality of a lot of people's situations, because a lot of them feel that okay, this person might not have it all together, or this person has this quirk about them, or they have this or whatever, or he reminds me of my ex, but I can change him, or I can change her.
Oh,
bro,
you better say that. You better say it. You better say it.
Because in the scheme of that, what that does is put you in a position to focus on their inequity. It causes you to focus on their faux pas and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Instead of, before getting into a relationship, man, okay, I've got to pose a scenario to you. Imagine instead of a whole bunch of broken people getting with broken people. Imagine if we just took one step before getting into a relationship and we all made sure that we were the type of person that we would want to be in a relationship with.
That's good. Imagine
how many more successful relationships, successful marriages would there be? How much less cheating and domestic disturbances and police called to the households and split families and hurt people, hurting people would there be if we normalized therapy and counseling before bringing our baggage into another situation?
Well, Aaron, we are gonna bring that, and like James said, that's why we're here, brother, because that's my reason for this, man. Real quick though, we at our 1 hour mark, so I don't think we have a time limit on here, but I just want to let you guys know we had an hour mark. But that's why we're here, Aaron, because even though I'm joking around and all that, man, and we talking like we are. This is solutions, brother. This is what we here for, because I can't take it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of hurting people that really wants to try. You know what I'm saying? And they really want to do, but they didn't have an outlet. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had an outlet. Like, think about it. I think I mentioned this on one of our previous shows. You have programs for children, and you have programs for pregnant mothers, but watch this. You don't have a program for families that's going through in the adult arena. When a man's going through something and he doesn't want to give up on his family, what outlet does he have to go to talk and sit and release some of that stuff that he's dealing with? And I ain't talking about the strip club. I ain't talking about the bar. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about somebody that you can go to that's going to lead you in the direction and say, hey, look, you might want to try this at home. You might want to try this with your. No, I'm talking about some professional help. You know what I'm saying? When your wife is going through stuff, when your lady is going through some things, she don't want to give up. She's not saying she don't want the relationship. She's not saying that you're not a good man, but she wants somebody to professionally give her some mental advice just going to lead her in the right direction. We don't have it. We don't have a program for families to stay together. Or watch this. Right. Or watch this. We don't have programs for families that want to keep the kids healthy, to stay healthy as parents, as adults, to raise those kids and get along. You see what I'm saying? And not create a spiral for these kids that's out of control because daddy and mama not getting along. And they seeing this. Your kids are seeing become adults. Yeah, and they're adults way longer than their kids. And so then watch this. That's when you start the cycle of hurting people because you hurt before you get in a relationship when you came from an unstable, broken home. So now the person that you get with got to deal with all of those infirmities that you have from your childhood and your parenting, and they trying to make up for a parent, and they're not your parent. They're your spouse, or this your man, this your woman. Y'all in a relationship. I can't be your daddy. But
I can't
be your mom.
But even with that right there being said, is that we can even equate that to some of the terms that we as individuals use. Because instead of saying, man, I'm going home, I'm going to my house, then you say, I'm going to my crib. I'm not a baby, man. I'm not going to the crib.
Well, hey man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a single man, so I say that. I say that.
But you grown. You're not going to your crib, man. You're a man. You're going to your house.
I mean, I'm just saying. I say it. I mean, I know I'm going home, but I mean, I'm single. Maybe if I had a woman in my house.
Do you need a woman in order for it to be so basically you just equated your frame of thinking to being with someone.
Hey,
Come on, man. Aaron, what's wrong with this man?
He is a prime example of I need a relationship to fix my problem. And I'm going to fuck somebody else's life up because I'm broke. I'm going to break somebody else.
Oh,
man. But again, people, the reason the reason why solutions is actually here is because we have problems, and in life, we talk about the problem all the time. But what is the actual solution to the problem?
Yes.
And a lot of times we find it hard to actually discuss the problem. Well, not so much the problem, but discuss the solution, because we discuss the problem all the time. And if we don't never discuss solutions, then at that point we just complaining. Because and we just talking out the side of our neck because we really don't want the real answers. Right? So solutions is here to give solutions to problems, because we don't want to just talk about the problem. We want to talk about it, but we want to discuss the solution. We want to come to a head.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's your problem. So how do we fix it? That's the purpose of solution. Is to figure out what it is that we need to do as a society, as a group of people, as husbands, as wives, as children, as a family, as neighbors. Because we forget about our neighbors nowadays because we forget about our neighbors nowadays. How do we come together? How do we make solutions? Because you have
solutions. Or the IQ.
I hear you.
Do you have the mental acuity or the emotional IQ to accept what the solution is or a possible solution? You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
A lot of us like echo chambers.
Yeah.
We like people to reverberate what we already feel and what we already think we know. And as soon as someone brings or introduces a new concept to us that we're uncomfortable with, our first thing is to go into defense mode and start attacking it, or to automatically call BS on it. You know? But that could be the very thing that creates a breakthrough. Or someone says, oh, your delivery is too harsh or too brash. Well, that might be exactly what you need, because apparently you're accustomed to a softer, more timid way of approach, and it hasn't gotten you anywhere. What's your result? I have a saying. The truth usually has to offend you before it's delivered.
Accountability.
Yes.
So
there you go, James.
That comes with maturity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Mr. Aaron, reverberate.
Oh Lord, look, man, I'm dead, bro. Hey, look.
I apologize, listeners. We got a Harvard graduate over here.
Hey, look,
his name is Mr. Aaron.
Hey, look, these are the type of conversations me and this man sit up here and look. We've been having this. We've been having conversations like this ever since we were kids, man. And those you gotta have those intelligent conversations.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say this to guys earlier. I didn't want to forget, but because this is part of the solution. So let me get serious for a minute. I see a lot of competition in men and women. And I gotta be honest, ladies. I gotta be honest. I see it more in the women than I do the men. Going back to what James was saying earlier, that I think that was Nike that had that commercial. Anything you can do, I can do better. We're not in competition, and that's one of the problems that I see. When we stop competing with each other and realize that we are here to help each other. Notice what I'm saying, y'all. I'm saying each other. So I'm not excluding men from helping women. But when we learn that we are not here to compete, I don't need a woman to try to do what I'm supposed to do. And I don't need to try to do her job. You know, I don't. This is not a competition. And so trying to tell you. And so that is what I see. And it's like a cancer, man. It's like, you know, oh, if you don't make this and if you don't do that, then oh, I can't talk to you. But what about building? What about us building together?
But look.
Man.
On that comment,
yo,
we guys had that right there for another show because why you got all these stipulations about what you want somebody to bring to the table. What are you bringing to the table? Are you able to bring equally or greater to the table? But look, we're going to say that right there for another show.
Yeah.
Because we'll be on here like a whole other 2-3 hours on that one.
Since we're talking about submission, you know, you have a culture brewing in the background of, you know, a woman could be head of the household. Yeah, they can. But when you introduce that masculine energy into the fold, because a lot of women are used to being head of the household because of situations, right? And that's understandable.
Circumstantial.
Right. But are you capable of being able to step to the side and playing the beta when that masculine energy is introduced into the situation, you know?
Well, let me say this, Aaron. I do want to give. I've been giving flowers today, so I do want to give the women flowers though, because even though it's not their duty and their responsibility, man, they have been doing it for years, for decades, you know. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of broken kids, you know, in the process of that, but it's very rarely that also we as men step up. You know what I'm saying? We have allowed society, we have allowed programming, we have allowed whatever we count, was it cancel culture or whatever, to stop us from speaking what we know is true and to get our women back to where we need them to be. You know, it's nothing wrong with us saying, hey, you know what? She ain't gonna do that. No, she ain't gonna do that. She shows she damn sure ain't gonna do it by herself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna help. So we need stand up men, not males. We need stand up men to say, hey, you know what? I'm not looking for no sex. I see this woman raising her kids by herself. Let me step in and see if she needs some help. Let me step in and see if she need me to pay a bill. Hey, I can't lie. You might end up in a relationship, but at least you stepped up and said, you know what? I'm going to take charge and I'm going to take the right charge. I'm not trying to run her. I'm not trying to control her. I'm not trying to tell her, you know, she ain't got to say so in the matter. I'm just simply stepping up as a man to let this woman know that, hey, you ain't in this by yourself.
Right.
And
what James was saying, you know, there's nothing wrong with women having standards either, though.
No, it's not. Not at all.
And going into a relationship, you have to name your price. You know, it's just like if you were running a business, everybody's not going to see the value in what your price point is at.
Ooh, that's good.
But the right demographic, the right customer or the right group of people will see what you're bringing to the table, and they're willing to pay that price for you. But be careful in setting your price as well, because there's a whole group or a whole subgroup of people that you're automatically discounting, and you could be passing up on true loyal customers or a true loyal partner. You know what I'm saying? Women are. I'm about to drop another a big word on you, so prepare. But this adds to the conversation. It's called hypergamy. Women are hypergamous by nature, and I think that's a good thing. When women set the bar high for men to fulfill that benchmark or that point of reference, it creates a competition amongst men to say, I need to be this caliber of man to attract this caliber of woman. And all it does is make us better. It causes us to not be the type that I heard one of you say, earlier, sitting at home, eating Cheetos on PlayStation, whatever,
all day,
Xbox all day. But then you're wondering why you're not getting the same results as Strong Arm Security or as Solution or as McNeil Cinema Group. Are you putting in the work and doing what you have to do? 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, trying to fulfill a project and
hold on. Hold on.
Putting in the work. Boy, it wasn't a mouthful.
You on a roll right now.
Yeah,
Again, you turned it into a whole other subject. So I'm gonna have to pause you right there. Matter of fact, we can actually make this right here. We're gonna give y'all the topic on Wednesday. We're gonna come back on next Friday. We're gonna actually expound on this right here on this very topic.
Yeah, we're gonna
right
stay
here
on relationship for a while. Yeah, we're gonna stay on relationship for a while.
So we can say
I
on
think the next topic should be getting in a relationship versus keeping a relationship.
Yeah.
We'll brainstorm on that, me and James. We gotta go. We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go to our back office.
Y'all are touching bases on a lot of things about getting into a relationship, and that's easy. You know, you have people who are lonely and want to claim the title, but are you willing to put in the work to keep that relationship going and see it through?
Yeah.
So everyone, we had an hour and 16 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't want to keep anybody pass his time
too long.
We have to be responsible adults.
Right.
Go deal with your kids
and
household
we thank
work,
you
whatever
guys
we
too.
got going on.
Yeah, we thank y'all for tuning in too.
Exactly. So, Aaron, if you want to reintroduce yourself and tell the people a little bit about you.
All right. Hey, my name is Aaron McNeil. I'm the owner of McNeil Cinema Group and Thrillusion Production. I'm here to fulfill all of your videography and marketing needs, whether it be weddings, quinceañeras, commercials, music videos, corporate presentations, live events. Just get with us. You can reach us at McNeil Cinema Group on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well. And we will not only film the project for you, but we will also sit down with you and put together a whole marketing and presentation solution for you.
Don't forget photos. Photos, man.
Photos as well. Yes.
Yeah.
We run the whole gamut.
James.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Murphy.
What'd you say?
I said, go ahead. Tell them about you. I said, I'm gonna take them. I said, I'm gonna take us out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. We appreciate you guys tuning in. I wanted to give closing remarks. I just want to say that guys, ladies, let's work on working together more. Was it Frankie Beverly and Mace? They got a song called "Working Together." We need to focus on that more because it's time out for us putting the blame on other people, on other cultures, on what everybody else doing, what everybody else ain't doing, and working together. We got kids out here, we got grandkids, and they're gonna be the next generation to carry on the foolishness or the wisdom that we instilled in them. So we gotta learn to work together, and that's why this word is been so important for the last 2 weekends. Submission, because we got to do that to each other. We have to learn to give each other what we need and stop playing the victim roles and stop causing each other to hurt more. Talk about it. Talk about things. If you don't know how to talk about it, get some help so you can talk. Don't wait till things get blowed up and out of proportion and then you want to talk about each other to other people. Find ways to work together so where you can bridge these relationships to last. We want to talk about our great grandparents and stuff, how they was able to stay together all those years. It's because they had respect for each other. It's because they understood that it took both of them to raise a family, and they had to work together. So let's do better, y'all. And with that being said, I'm Barry Murphy. This is Solutions. You can reach me on Instagram. You can reach me on Facebook under the same name. It's not real difficult. If you want to inbox me about a topic, we'll be glad to have you, come in and talk to us about what you feel we need to talk about. But make sure you understand that we're looking for solutions. We don't want to hear about the problem so much. We want to figure out how we're going to change it and make it better. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to James. You guys have a good weekend, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 12 noon at Bayou City Cigars. Everybody that's showing up, I'll be glad to have you. I got a nice roster of vendors, so we'll be glad to have y'all come through. Come show your support and come buy some good stuff and I guarantee you'll have a good time.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay on after the show. I would like to take the time out to give a shout out to Gretchen Fields. She's the owner of Yes. Let's give a hand to Gretchen. She's the owner of Pretty Lethal LLC. So if you need a LTC or if you want firearm safety training, firearm fundamental courses, and if you want to learn how to clean your handgun, you can reach out to her. And also, she's looking to open up a gun store here in the near future. So again, that's
my friend, y'all. Support her.
Owner of Pretty Lethal LLC. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us here on Solutions to talk about the solution. Because we find it, you know that we can find it so easy to talk about the problem, but a lot of times it's hard. And a lot of times it's hard to have a platform in order to talk about the solutions to our actual problem. So that's the purpose of us being here. As we tell y'all every show, we're only getting better. I know y'all see the chance of the platform where we can have multiple people on at one time now. So we are growing and moving slowly but surely. And we are going to momentum here real soon.
James, let them know they can reach you.
Oh, I was about to get to it. So I am the owner of Security LLC. All aspects of security, from armed to unarmed, personal executive protection. We do armored cars. We do carrier work. We do private investigations. We also LTC classes. We also teach what is that? First aid, CPD, and basic life. We can get you certified in that as well. Also can get you certified in NRA pistol, shotgun, and rifle. We do a lot. Y'all can find us on Facebook at website is the same, stormofsecurityllc.com. Aaron, you had since you on here. This is the man who manages the pages. So the Instagram is strong underscore 2017, correct? All right, there we go. That's the man. And that's another thing he forgot to let y'all know too is that all the things that mentioned also business social media people. And he's able to get you more exposure. So if that's something that you're looking forward to or looking to get into as far as exposure for your company or even you as an individual, contact him. His company is amazing, man.
Right on. Hey James, real quick. That being said, I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me see. Okay, there you go. So this is Posh Liquor Store. This is the liquor store that's right next door to Bayou City Cigars too. When y'all come out there tomorrow, y'all need some liquor. It's BYOB. They're right next door, like literally walking distance, right next door, downtown Houston. Y'all can get her some liquor from her. It's black owned, and so this is what we pushing. We're not discriminating against anybody else. We're not saying don't support other people, but we are pushing support amongst our people. With Miss Gretchen, we want to see her successful. She got all her paperwork, y'all. She's legit. This lady here, she's legit. She got a liquor store downtown. They don't play downtown. So we want to come out and help these people with what they doing to change the community. So if y'all need anything tomorrow, she'll be right next door. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all, drive safe. I'm not responsible for what happened after you buy the liquor. I can just tell you where to get it.
Well, let me comment on that. So with that being said, we're not promoting alcoholism
No.
or anyone getting drunk. We're here to
No.
promote a good time, but most importantly, we're here to promote minority-owned businesses, black-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses.
Yes.
So every week we highlight a 2 or 3 minority businesses here locally. We want to support our local businesses here versus supporting conglomerates,
Yes.
big chain. So with that being said, again, I have Mr. Murphy and myself, James. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time, everyone be safe. New topic for y'all. Thank y'all. Have a safe weekend. Be safe for the 4th. Be responsible, everyone. Most importantly, be responsible.
Yes.
So we hope to see everyone again Friday. Salute.
We out.